Hi ladies, happy almost Valentine's Day. You know, I've been meaning to do this video for some time now, and I thought tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so what better time to do it than now? Listen, if there was one answer to what makes a happy, long-lasting relationship, nobody would be divorced. We just have a checklist that we went check, 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 check. There may not be one specific answer, but healthy relationships do tend to share specific attributes that I wanted to share with you today. So without further ado, let's get going. Don't sweat the small stuff. For those of you who are perfectionists, like I tend to be myself, that can be kind of a hard lesson to learn. Regardless of how amazing your partner is, how happy the relationship, there are always going to be small things that frustrate you, annoy you, or both. It's just a fact of two individual human beings getting together and staying together long term. There are going to be annoyances. Most happy couples learn to let the small stuff go, and instead they look to prioritize issues that truly impact the health and joy of their relationship. Let me give you an example from my own life. I am a rule follower. If the express lane at Whole Foods says 10 items or less, I am counting my items. And if I have 11, I'm going in the other lane. My husband Oliver is the exact opposite. He'll go to whatever lane is the shortest regardless. This used to drive me batshit crazy because it would make me really uncomfortable, like we're breaking the rules. Now I've chosen to recognize that in the grand scheme of things, it's really not that big of a deal, and I'm not gonna make an issue of it. I step outside, pretend like I don't know him, wait for him to check out, and then we leave. I try to make it a point not to get annoyed over small, stupid things. Focus on the awe, not the flaw. It's really easy to start focusing on your partner's flaws. You know, the small silly things that bug or annoy you. When I find myself doing that, I make it a point to stop the chatter and focus on the things that I love about him, not on the little annoyances. Let me give you an example. This may be spilling the tea a bit too much. A distant colleague of Oliver's is having some pretty major marriage issues. In an attempt to right the ship by investing more time and effort into his marriage and doing things that he thinks his wife would like, he took her for a really nice weekend up in Beverly Hills. They went to a concert, to restaurants. Instead of focusing on the time, the effort, and the genuine goodwill that he was attempting, she apparently bitched up a storm the entire time that the seats weren't good enough, the hotel wasn't good enough, the restaurant wasn't good enough. How do you think that made him feel? Good or crappy? Probably the latter, because that's how I know the story. Your relationship is your business. People love giving relationship advice, solicited or not. And while it's smart to keep an open mind and to learn from others whose opinion you trust, the truth is only the two of you can decide what is the best for your relationship, what makes the two of you happiest. The pressure to take a certain path because, well, that's what people do, or well, that's the right thing to do, can lead to decisions that ultimately just make you feel unhappy, unfulfilled, and resentful that you didn't follow your own path. For example, if the two of you decide we don't need to get married or we don't need to have kids, it ain't nobody's business but yours. Have your own life. While it's awesome and actually necessary to love spending time with your partner, it's equally important to have other interests, hobbies, careers, and things that you love doing separate and apart from the other person. Whether it's growing your career, learning a new language, taking cooking classes, traveling with your sister, which is something I like to do, or even meeting up with friends a couple times a month. Pursuing your personal passions and allowing him or her to do the same thing actually makes you more attractive and desirable to the other person. So in addition to feeling happier and more fulfilled, you actually look more attractive to the other person. Being committed, that sounds really obvious, right? Like duh. But you'd be surprised how many people are totally committed until things get kind of rough or challenging. Then check, please. People in happy relationships are always committed to the relationship working, and they work at it. It takes effort. Express yourself. Remember that people aren't mind readers, even those who know us best. Expecting the other person to innately know what's bothering you and then fix it isn't fair. Give them the benefit of the doubt that they don't know. Express yourself openly and calmly. What's bothering you, why it bothers you, and what you need from the other person. The more we let things build and build and build, the more likely we are to just burst out in frustration and not communicate effectively. And the other person's left going, why didn't you tell me like a year ago? You're in it together. Being a tangible source of support to one another, both in word and in deed, in my opinion, is one of the fundamental, most important things in a good, solid foundation. Just knowing the other person is in your corner and cares is incredibly empowering and only serves to strengthen your connection. For example, if you know that your partner is having a crisis at work, instead of thinking, sucks for you, something as simple as, I'm sorry, I know that's really stressful. Can I make you a nice dinner, do something nice for you? Says, I'm in your corner. Make an effort. This can be especially challenging if you've been together a really long time because life takes over. You've got jobs and the house, projects, and all this other stuff going on. And sometimes we can forget to invest effort and time doing things that, make the other person feel special. Push yourself a little. Invest a little energy in something that you know that they will love and appreciate. For example, Oliver knows that I love getting dressed up and going out for Saturday night date night. So he proactively makes dinner reservations someplace fun for every Saturday night, and he plans fun little trips for us and getaways throughout the year. It makes me feel really appreciated, connected to him, and loved. That's a good thing. Being affectionate. Sometimes it helps to just slow your roll. Remember the importance and the power of oxytocin. It's called the love chemical. Think of how amazingly good a nice, authentic hug feels from the person that you love the most in this world. How the day and any stress melts away. Molly's thinking of it right now. It's free and it makes a huge difference in how the other person feels. Compliments are always welcome. Everybody loves an authentic compliment every now and then, especially from somebody that they love. Not only does it make the other person feel good, but those good feelings then reflect back on you, and it only goes to strengthen the relationship. It says, I recognize your amazingness and I don't take it for granted. Something as simple as, well, you look nice today, or you planned the best dates. Thank you, and that was so much fun. Free, fast, makes all the difference. Therapy can be a good thing. Couples counseling at some point, especially with long-term relationships, is a necessary part of growing. The truth is, couples who seek help to work through issues they've been unable to solve on their own not only exhibit a strong commitment to the relationship, but a desire to put in the work needed in order to have a strong, long, healthy life together. It says, I'm invested in you, I'm invested in this relationship, and I want us both to be happy. Friends first. Okay, secretly, one of my little annoyances is when people go, I'm marrying my best friend. It's so cheeseball like The Bachelor. The point is, you have to like the person that you're married to first. Can you just go on a road trip together and laugh and have fun, or does his personality annoy the crap out of you? People who have long-term lasting relationships, they actually like the person they're with. Please let me know what you think. What did I miss, and what is most important to you in your own relationship? Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And until a couple days from now, I look forward to seeing you soon.